Today we're going to be looking at one of the lesser known Steven Spielberg movies. It's also probably considered one of his not so good ones, but it's a movie called Always, released by Universal December 22nd, 1989, starring Molly Hunter, Richard Dreyfuss, and John Goodman. Written by Jerry Belson. And it was produced and directed by Steven Spielberg, who did Jaws, E.T., Saving Private Ryan, 1941, a whole pile of others. Had a budget of $29.5 million, somewhere around there. Yeah, this film looks really good. Basically, the story goes there's a firefighter. Richard Dreyfuss plays a firefighter who's like at the top of his game. He's like one of those water bomber airplane pilots, and they're fighting a forest fire, and he's like super talented with it and pushes his plane and his nerves to the limit, and pulls off miracles basically. And yeah, and then he's madly in love with his girlfriend Dorina, who is played by Molly Hunter, and yeah, so he eventually starts to think, okay, I kind of want to settle down, and they're talk about moving on, and get like his life sorted out, and then he agrees to save his boy Al, who's played by John Goodman, and goes and helps him fight one last mission, which ends up, spoiler, goes goes a little wrong. His plane explodes basically, and he dies in the fire, and basically, and then it's takes a turn. So it goes from a love like romantic comedy to a dramatic comedy almost, where Dorina has to uh, is trying to get over grief and move on, but it's really hard. And basically, and she's always talking to John or talking to Al character um, about it and stuff. And basically, Richard Dreyfuss, Richard Dreyfuss' character comes back in spirit to help her move on, and it's a very entertaining film. It's real. There's a lot of good humor in this, and it's interesting the concept. Well, yeah, I'm surprised Steven Spielberg would do something like a film like this, but yeah, it was pretty well executed. Cinematography is outstanding in this. The music's really good. Um, yeah, the acting is phenomenal. Basically, everything in this movie is really good. Um, some of the so when he dies, there's scenes of him in the afterlife, sort of, and that stuff's a little cheesy, but other than that, it's a pretty decent film. It's basically it starts off as your typical romantic comedy, and then takes a dark turn, but then it shows you that like there's always ways to move on after having loss, a severe loss in your life and stuff like that, and sometimes it just takes time. And yeah, this film really emphasizes that and shows you that there's still a lot more good, even if like something really good goes in your life, there's always going to be another good thing coming. And yeah, it's very humbling and nice to see that. And I thought it was really moving this film, and I actually really enjoyed this one, surprisingly. Yeah, I thought it was super well done. I pretty much have no complaints at all. So yeah, so with all that being said, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to give this a 5 out of 5 because I thought this one was fantastic and is underrated. Um, yeah, like yeah, his spirit pulling Molly out of the plane wreck near the end was a little cheesy, but other than that, um, everything was spot on. I thought this was a really well done film, and more people should check it out. So the trailer's linked down below if you want to check it out, if you never heard of it or if you forgot that it existed. Yeah, make sure you check that out. Also, my Instagram's linked down there, so you might as well go check that out anyways because I post clips of videos. I review on my story every day basically with the film title hidden in a hashtag somewhere, and I usually put like the genre of film in there too. And yeah, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people can be aware of it and appreciate it for what it is. Also, comment down below if you've seen this. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I'd love to hear about it. And if you have any other films, any films at all, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, if I can find them. And yeah, and make sure you subscribe because usually you never know what films I'm going to talk about next. So definitely um, subscribe, especially the next two, because the next two are major blockbusters that I'm going to voice my opinions about. So, and we're nearing majority of the Steven Spielberg stuff I wanted to talk about. So, there's only two big ones that I want to talk about right now. So, I'm gonna get to that, but first I got to refresh myself with the films, so I'm gonna watch those first. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, I'll check out Always. It's really good. So with that, that's all I have for you for this one. So I guess I'll see you in the next review.